Welcome back to the Maxine, Unapologetically Authentic. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for tuning in. I am on Spotify, Apple Music, as well as Amazon Music and YouTube. So if you'd like to tune in every Thursday at 11, this is the place to be. Real talk to real people in real experiences. Our topic for today: breaking into IT as a software test analyst with free resources. Information technology doesn't have to feel far fetched. It doesn't have to feel elite, and it definitely doesn't have to feel out of your reach. There are actionable steps you can take right now to move closer to your ultimate dream job. In this episode, we're diving into how to educate yourself using free resources and how you can start positioning yourself for a role as a software test analyst. This episode is your gateway to challenging how you see the world of testing. Let's go. My real story, the part I didn't share before. In my previous episode, I spoke about how I landed a job in IT with only a matric certificate and a background as a sales consultant in a call center. But what I didn't share with you was one of the most crucial periods of my life. There was a time when I had no job, I had no money, and I became a first time mom. My back was against the wall. My why was no longer optional. It was staring me in the face every single day. I had to make a living. I had to feed, clothe, and take care of my child. And I had to do it as a single parent. What I did have was my why, my faith, and a slightly delusional belief that I could take on the world and that nothing was going to stop me. Sometimes that's all you need. You are always being watched in a good way. Here's something we don't talk about enough. You never know who you're talking to: on the bus, in a taxi, at a restaurant, at an event, or even within your own company. What many people don't realize is that you are constantly branding and marketing yourself. How you show up, how you speak, how you engage online and in person, all of it matters. And this is where I want to challenge you a little. People, please use your networks the same way you charm your way into social circles. Not the flirting part, obviously, but the confidence, the approachable personality, and the intellect. You have no idea who your opportunity gateway is. Tip number one: mindset shift, your foundation. Mindset is underrated, yet it's one of the most critical traits you will ever need. That is your foundation. Picture Superman for a second, saving the planet with his strength, confidence, and yes, those easy on the eye features that charm the socks off everyone. You are either your biggest roadblock or your biggest opportunity enthusiast. If you're constantly being a negative Nelly, projecting all the reasons why you can't do something, why you're not good enough, why it won't work, you're going nowhere fast. You have a choice: stay in thought patterns that don't serve you, or change how you see yourself and believe it. Show up as the person you want to be, not the one who keeps listing reasons why it's not possible. Change the script, literally. Once you recognize what might be standing in your way, you have to change the script. One of the easiest ways to start: how you show up physically. How do you feel when you dress more professionally? What's your power outfit? The one that says, I'm taking my seat at the table where I belong. That's conviction. That's self assuredness. Start showing up for yourself in your thoughts, in how you carry yourself, in how you envision your future. See who you want to be, see where you want to go. Then embrace the shift. You'll start noticing people approaching you more, engaging with you differently, and you'll find yourself doing the thing, even when it feels uncomfortable, because you know it's leading to your next step. Tip number 2, free resources at your fingertips. Let's talk learning, because this is where excuses usually live. The good news, free resources are everywhere. Udemy. First, check if your company already has a Udemy license. Reach out to your learning and development team and ask what's available. If you bank with FNB and qualify for eBucks, check the FNB app under eBucks. You can access Udemy courses there. There may be a small charge around 60 Rand, but please confirm for yourself. Now, let me tell you where I found most of my learning. My favorite platform, still to this day, Google. Here are some free software testing learning platforms you can explore. Test Automation University, TAU. Free courses on automation frameworks like Selenium, Appium, Playwright, and Java. Allison, structured CPD accredited courses covering software testing, theory, and techniques. I'm not going to go through the entire list, but you can read through it. There is no shortage of knowledge. The only question is, are you willing to commit to learning? Tip number 3, talk to people in the role you want. This one is big. So many people are too scared to approach companies, leaders, senior colleagues. You might know someone who's a software test analyst, test engineer, performance tester. You say hello, you smile, and then you walk away. Stop doing that. Talk to these people with intention. Ask them, what does their day to day look like? What applications do they work on? What did they study? What did their journey look like? You'll be surprised how many of them started exactly where you are. These conversations lead to knowledge, insights, introductions, recommendations, sometimes even vacancies. This right here is networking at its best. Tip number 4, the casual but professional DM. This is the step most candidates overlook. It is not a sin, it is not punishable, and it is definitely not desperate to message a hiring manager. Reaching out sets you apart. I remember when I was hiring for a software test analyst role, a potential candidate messaged me on LinkedIn. He introduced himself. We spoke about day to day expectations, required credentials, the nature of the role. When I later reviewed CVs, his name stood out, not just because of experience, but because of courage. I shortlisted him for an interview. Unfortunately, another manager hired him before I could. A loss for my team, but a win for him. And that's the point. Great hires take risks. They leap. They believe in themselves. Final thoughts? If you take nothing else from this episode, take this. You don't need permission to start. You don't need perfection. You need belief, consistency, and courage. Information technology is not out of reach. Neither is your next level. Show up, learn, speak up, and trust that your story is still being written. I'll see you in the next episode.